ping at the moment. I thought I put the ping back on.
Everybody's lost their ping, but everybody, welcome to a critically average adventure. And welcome to the Fragments. It's a D&D 5e campaign. I'm playing with my friend. And in my friend. When we last left our heroes, they were at the near the top of the most westerly tower of Southgate. They had joined with their elven party member and gathered round a seeing orb. Oh dear, the dog's got a proper wonk on. A seeing orb of sorts, which Serial had been trying to not very successfully use to scry upon the location of the King of Frohast, who she had from the very, I think, second episode received a letter from. We're now nearly 30 episodes in, I think. No, yeah, somewhere near there. We're 20 something at least. And you still have not made it to Mordensow to see what this King's letter is all about, because all kinds of things have happened in between, magic and mystery and intrigue.
Maybe we should go and see what that dragon wants us to do.
Just go the complete other way with Reacher. Just go, nah.
Fuck it.
I can't be bothered with this guy. He's a bit weird. Just started leave the king wherever he is. So yeah, she had been presented with a vision, many visions of 31 with 31 episodes being just checked for us. So you had been presented with lots and lots of different visions, but never quite specific enough, like different ages of this person that you kept almost like being on the tracks with, but your arcanery was failing you on this day, until one point where you got a reasonably high dice roll and you were flickering in and out of the place that you could see and you could speak, but you were laying down in a room filled with religious paraphernalia, and then a small worried face was peering at you and talking to you and revealed to you that you were with friends, you were safe, and that you were in Mordensow. And I think that's where we decided to leave
pretty much
that episode with you, Serial, saying, I know where we must go, basically.
The
king is in
We should go to the place you were meant to be going to right at the beginning.
Yeah. It's just taking you a while to get along the coast. You've met, gained, and lost new companions and compatriots along the way, haven't we? So it's been quite a journey. What would you like to do? Because you are feeling.
You know what? I think we should go to Mordensow. What do you reckon?
I think we should go to the pub.
Sorry, Matt, we lost that.
I think we should go to the pub. No, I actually honestly do, because you can then check your vision with Carleth. So if we go to the Gate's Head where Carleth is waiting, you can check with what you've seen, because he knows Mordensow and where the king stays and things, so he might recognize this room or the person that was administering to him or whatever.
Is this Jackson character discussing this?
Yeah.
Serial character.
The best way to do it is Serial says, or I say. Right.
Serial says that did we get enough? No, it's not Serial at all. It's me in character. It's me, not Serial. Me, not in character. Did we get enough information about the actual religious building? Because I haven't got my notes from last week.
You were in a room with lots of religious paraphernalia around the place, but you probably got a fair idea of the guy that was like caring for you or looking after you or watching over you.
Yeah,
or whatever.
you even decided to check what race he was. He was human.
So like if it's in the sort of Mordensow and it's to do with the castle, Carleth has a chance to recognize either a description of the person or the room or whatever
religious. We got modern style. It was a human looking after me, and it was a religious building. Did we
Yeah.
get any more information than that?
Make a wisdom check. Oh, well, make a history check. History check. Please, Sarah. What's this? Oh, is that mixed squash?
Ice cold tropical juice.
Oh, is it like proper juice?
Yeah,
Oh, I'll have some of that.
it's all gone.
Oh, you bugger.
You can share.
Oh,
You can share.
sorry. Bear with me. Google's just crashed. Just have to reopen it.
I thought that landed on your toe then. Oh, that would.
Nearly dropped my D100 on my toe.
Oh,
That would have been a big door.
okay.
No, you did.
I am. I'm having them. They're mine.
No.
Yeah.
No, you're not.
Yeah.
No. I found them. Find your own mini dice. Let that.
Right, there we go.
For
25.
falling damage. 25. You don't remember seeing any religious building that looked like this with that collection of religious artifacts.
It was just a room, wasn't it?
It
So
was
it could have just been they carried them all up to a room.
there were so many different things and so almost haphazardly arranged, it wouldn't seem like any sort of religious setting that you know of. Even as you're high elf, so you know quite about your sort of religious ceremony. And you've been to churches before, you've seen what they look like. You've visited one and killed the priest in it. So you kind of know about some things, and as you travel down, you would have I'm guessing you're from Gargamel, we decided, I think. So you would have seen religious buildings, all kinds of stuff as you travelled. This doesn't seem like a religious building.
Not a religious building, but there was religious artifacts in it.
You also said it wasn't like a kingly royal bedchamber type thing either. So he's probably been poisoned or cursed or something, and is sort of locked up somewhere out of the way a bit.
So it's more like humble surroundings.
Yeah, it was a pretty basic building.
Mhm.
The structure wasn't finery or anything.
Okay. Thank you for that. So Jackson wants to go to the pub. Well, there's a surprise. You just think all the important decisions are made in that pub, aren't you?
Well, the people that we could talk that might know more about the situation are waiting for us in said pub.
And it is getting on in the day, and you are tired from your exertions in the magical realm.
So a night out would do you good.
So you're saying night out, get some more information, have a few drinks, come back, sleep. Is that
Yeah.
the plan? Okay. Killian, are you up for that? Yeah. Killian's like, what?
Killian's
Charlie
up
good for a
Killian's
night
good.
out?
Yeah.
Sorry, were you asking Charlie?
Charlie's good for a night out? He hasn't drunk for a couple of days.
Charlie says, "You know what? I don't think so."
Oh, Charlie, do you not want to come out with us this time?
He says, "I'm a parent now.
Oh.
Whatever may lie in this egg, and you playing your funny jokes, and I do see the funny side, I suppose. But whatever lies in here, I will now take responsibility for it. And Eggy, she'll come with me."
You can bring it on the night out. You did last time.
Yeah, just strap him to you. Could be safe enough.
You've taken him into like sort of, investigations and fights with big rock monsters. Couple of
This is
beers.
true.
The rock monsters were going to be there, did I? Shh, don't listen to me.
You don't exactly lead the safest life.
We don't at that. But rowdy drinking, really. Is that what you want? I mean, my child, the baby, to listen to?
Yeah.
Well, I think
What, do
it would
you
be
think that's a
safer
proper way
with-
to build up an egg?
Yeah.
Charles, I think it would actually be safer with you than left alone, not looked after.
No,
In
I
the
would like
castle?
to stay with it. I mean, I was saying I would stay home and
And what happens if we get attacked by stuff? And our healing is elsewhere, looking after an egg.
I do have a responsibility to you. We are bound to this. We are, for whatever reasons, we have fallen into each other's company and
My boat sank.
yes, your boat sank. You were very cold. Okay. I shall come, but I'm only having soft drinks.
Okay.
Okay.
They do a nice one here called iced tea. They like chip off ice from the fridge.
Tea.
Yeah.
I do
Long
like a
Island
cup
iced
of
tea.
tea.
Long Island iced tea is lovely, Charles. I definitely think you should try some of that.
I like a cup of tea. Okay.
Mhm.
Let's head there. I do think we should maybe speak to Thalf.
What are we going to say to him?
Well, at some point, if we are not here and we have gone to Mornsal, someone from Esterland will arrive here with royal riders, expect to be greeted by us or by the Prince Regent himself, and we won't be here.
Okay, should we go and have a chat with Thalf?
I just think that, I mean, what if they could bring the harbour master? He would be quite lost in a place such as this. The refinery, can you imagine him?
I'm sure he would cope.
You have a point. Okay, let's have a chat with South first, and then let's go to the pub. That sound like a plan?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I think we need to agree exactly what we're going to say to South. How much information we actually give him.
Well, we don't have a great deal. The prince still hasn't returned. I'm quite happy to offer my services. I professionally track people down. So, we can go looking for him.
We're all looking for the king at the same time.
Yeah.
But we think the prince is in the Feywild, don't we?
no, Shadowfell.
We're going to tell him that? Because that's a whole different proposition.
Yeah, I don't particularly want to go looking for the prince, who is not a very nice guy, in the Shadowfell, which is one of the worst places to be. I'd rather go to Molden and look for the king.
But the king is dead. Whether or not Dolph's actually in on the deal with the prince or he's not. If we sit there and say, well, we've been using the prince's scrying orb and we've scryed on the king and he's alive and he's somewhere in
Make a history check, Jax.
Okay.
His face almost like, what?
Okay. 19.
Oh well, Jax.
Who are you?
Somehow you've picked up, even with your orcish nature, that you believe that a prince regent would only be in place when the king was indisposed, not dead.
Okay, so why did the Prince Regent tell us with Thulf there that the king was dead?
That he did. Because he didn't think we were smart enough to work it out.
Maybe.
Or he thinks that the king's dead and he's not smart enough to figure it out. So it, like, yeah.
Well, if he's like poisoned or cursed or something, then they should be tearing the kingdom and looking for a cure or a sort of a blessing or whatever. If it's something that is arranged, then he's kind of saying, you know, why hasn't he just turned around and said, "Crown me, I'm going to be the king now"?
Maybe there's certain procedures he needs to go through. Maybe he has to be missing, or maybe there is something been set up to show the kingdom that the king is dead, where he actually isn't dead.
Okay, what it comes down to is, do we trust Thulf?
No.
No, but I don't think Fulf knows as much as we know about the prince. I don't think Fulf knows that we think the prince has gone to the Shadowfell. All he knows is that he's gone missing, and he's gone out.
So do you reckon
not come back?
Has the authority to sort of hire us to go and sort of search out these missing royal?
Killian, tell him, Killian. Don't just whisper it to your DM. Tell the party. Do it in Killian. How would Killian say us?
Gillian,
Yeah.
is there something on your mind, Gillian?
Wait.
You can
we've had lunch and dinner. You know, we've eaten recently.
And 11th and supper and
pastry.
second breakfast.
But pastry.
And we've had snacks.
Pastry.
But anyway,
all right. Anything that
is
there anything in your brain that is not related to pastries that you want to share with us?
Well, I was just thinking, and I've been thinking it for a little while, but I wasn't too sure. And then the whole thing with King and everything, and then with Jax and the Prince Regent and all of that. I don't think the Prince Regent's behind it all. I think it might be Thulf who wanted the Prince Regent in power, but then Thulf couldn't kill the king for some reason. But yeah, he wanted him out of the way, maybe not dead, because maybe the Prince Regent was a bit more relaxed or didn't care, and he was hoping that once Prince Regent had, because he knew that the Prince Regent was into all of this weird magic stuff, maybe when the Prince Regent had run off, then Thulf would maybe then be in charge. Because
he was like a dummy prince, where Ralph was the one.
Be the power behind the throne.
Yeah,
exactly. And he knew that with the king there, that he wouldn't be able to do that. So he kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? I was going to say disposed of.
Yeah, disposed of the king, or made him indisposed.
Yeah, that's the word I was looking for. That word. Indisposed.
Okay.
Yeah, so then the Prince Regent would then be in charge, but then Thulf would be what is it your mum calls it, Pete? Is it managing upwards?
Managing upwards or backseat driving, that sort of thing.
That kind of thing. I think that's what Thulf is up to. I think he's behind it all, not the Prince Regent personally.
He's
Puppet master.
Yeah, that's my personal opinion. But then I don't trust anybody. You're lucky that I've even stayed with you guys for this long.
Charlie says he doesn't mean you, Mickey.
You know how that's quite dangerous, right? There's a fair chance it's going to hatch and then try and rip your face off.
I'll release it into the wild.
I can't wait to see that.
Well, we can see if Thulf wants to pay us to go look into missing royals.
Maybe he doesn't. Maybe he doesn't want us to find the king or the prince.
Well, that may give us more evidence.
Didn't
So-
Phil say that he couldn't pay us? I don't know what my hands are this evening. I do apologise.
Well,
Actually, I think Falk said something about sorting out, because we have mentioned to him a couple of times that we haven't paid.
Bob told him to sort out our payment, and he was going to then go and sort it. But apparently, you need the king or the prince to get into the treasury.
Yeah, to kind of verify it.
Mm.
So,
So we still haven't worked out what we're going to say to Falk, actually, just that we don't trust him.
By the way, that's 25 minutes of discussing what you were going to say.
So we've also got the option of going back to the pub and bringing back the prince, and he can sit on the throne, and Carleth can keep him company until, so at least the place is stabilized. That should give us a sort of reward.
Yeah, we've got the guy that looks like the prince, haven't we?
We can do, yes.
I think do that.
I think we do that. We go to the pub. We get the guy that looks like the prince. We bring him back. We put him on the throne. He can then get us our money, and then we can be on our merry way over to the Cornfell.
Talk to whoever you want.
Why did you suggest it then?
Just to be slightly mercenary in this, why don't we go to Thulf and see if he wants to pay us to find the prince, and then we can bring the prince back.
I like your thinking. Yes, let's do that.
So you're going to attempt to deceive the
No.
closest advisor to
No, not deceive. No.
Gonna go to Thulf and say, look, you're missing the prince, you're getting quite worried. I do this professionally. I go and find people, and then I come back with the prince.
But it's going to look very suspicious if we come back literally after a couple of hours of going to the pub.
Like I said, he normally goes missing for a few days, and I can like track around in the woods for a bit and come back with the prince.
What you can do is you can get the guy to turn into somebody else. You walk out of the pub with him, go into the wood, kind of walk around for 10 minutes, get him to turn back into the prince, then come out. It'll be fine. Sorted.
I still think it's going to look really suspect.
Nah, it'll be fine.
I don't think Falk is that stupid.
I'm hyper. Oh my god.
I really don't think Falk is that stupid.
Yeah. I think he might. Oh, I don't know.
If we 1 minute we're thinking that he's a puppet master and he's trying to get control of the kingdom. Next minute we're trying to con him with a chameleon.
With a really,
Yeah.
really, really funny plan. I really like the funny plan, but like, I don't know. You're gonna have to do some. Your doppelganger friend, what's his name? Jim.
Jim.
Is gonna have to do some serious work.
Yeah, and he's not that good an actor, if you remember. He looks like him, but he's not very good at acting. Do you remember when we were in the catacombs?
Okay, so I spark
Charlie
Jim
says.
out.
Charlie says, "What if we teach him?"
I can spark Jim out, and we can have an unconscious prince. And then when he comes to, he's lost memory for the last few days.
Why don't we tell Jim what he's like? Why don't we just say, well,
It's weird.
it's a bit weird.
You may have to emphasise on that a little bit though. You can't just say it's a bit weird because then he'll turn up like drooling and
Kill him.
like scratching his bum.
You're of noble descent, aren't you?
Yeah.
And Lady Sarah.
Yes.
You also. Now,
Mhm.
you must have attended many plays and shows in your time, reenactments, etc.
No.
But you're very charismatic.
No.
I have been to a few, yes.
I've seen your stats.
No. That's cheating.
I'm the DM. I'm allowed. Like, so Charlie's like,
Why don't you show? Why don't you role play, if you will, what the king's like and how he would react.
Prince, not the king, but yes.
The prince, yes, right, that's all right.
Okay.
Killian just gets into Charlie's face and he's like, "What do you think I am, a thespian or something?"
Well, I think you do rather well on stage. You've got good cheeks.
I think. I'm so hyper. I should not be doing this right now.
Okay, so we need to get out of the castle without Tholf noticing and have a chat with Carla.
So are you not going to self to like try and
Well,
get him to pay?
depends whether or not Jim will sort of, he reckons Jim with Carla's help can sell it as the prince. And then, yeah, I have no problem with like sort of, selling our services to find the prince.
So why don't
Actually, I'm going to sell my services to find his missing royal, because then I can go and find the king and get paid for it.
Yeah, true. I think it would be funny if we I think it would be funny if we did go to Dolph and say, like, try and get him to pay us or pay Jackson to do this, and Killian and Daryl try and teach Jim how to
be a prince?
Have to be a bit
All right,
more.
you put me on the spot when you went to maybe ask what his name was. I just put him in. I just put in doppelganger.
Jim.
Jim.
In fact, Jax is getting a bit bored. So Jax is going to slap both of his hands on the orb and think about the bit weird prince and see if he can see the bit weird.
Oh yeah, because we're still stood in the orb room. Oh my god, I forgot about that. Sorry.
Okay, let's have an Arcana roll for Jax.
I've got one roll to go, haven't I?
No, that was your last one.
Oh, that was my last one. Okay.
Stop doing that. You're shaking the entire table.
Wow.
Come on, Jack.
12.
12. Clasp your hands on that, and your mind is sort of focused on the idea of a prince.
No. I'm thinking about the bit weird prince.
Yeah, on the idea of royalty. Maybe that's where your mind slips to when you come in contact with this this orb. And
I can't see me thinking about royalty because I don't really understand royalty. I could see myself thinking about creepy weird dudes that don't eat much.
but you've worked for different people, remember?
Yeah, but Jax is like this whole idea of a monarchy thing is
but
rubbish.
one of the people that you may have worked with might have been a royal before.
I doubt it. He's way common for that.
Royalty.
Yeah, these two are royal. As you glance into this orb, you are placed upon tracks of like the first person view, but sort of sat behind, like the being John Malkovich type situation. And you are presented with a because before Serial had a vision of the corpses, didn't she?
Yeah, the mountain. Oh, Shiblams. The mountain of corpses.
Yeah. What do you see? You're 12. It's not very high. That's the problem. So I don't
I
want
may not even get the thing to work.
No, it makes it work. That's the thing, because it's not hard to see, but it gives you the different glimpses. So you see your hand which aren't your hands, they're human hands. Push
Which
it,
really freaks you out.
which is peculiar. Your whole height and frame has changed. Your hands sink into wet earth, and the earth is kind of falling in on you, and there's a splintering of wood, and you feel sharp stabs of wood in your hand. Can you make a wisdom save for me?
14.
You manage to push through and start pushing out through this mud and splintering, and start climbing out.
Oh shit! I know where he is. Can I let go?
You can.
I want to let go.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure he's in Thingy's grave. We
The
need to
grave
get
that was at
to
the
that
creepy
manor
house.
place, like now. Like I was some like weird person with pink hands, like sort of digging out of a grave.
Is he right? Or are you not going to tell us?
I'm not gonna tell
And
you.
I'm leaving. I'm heading out the tower. I'm working my way down to get out of the castle.
Yeah,
He's
you're going to go
he's
across the
proper
bridge,
freaked out by it.
across the bridge, down the other tower, past the kitchen, round and round, out through the guardhouse,
Run round, up and down.
back and forth, in and out, down the slide that the killing's now installed, and then out through the gates. Is everybody following Jax?
Aren't we going to go see Filth?
I've left.
Yeah. So they're running after
I'm
you.
like, I don't think that's an option now.
Oh, well, I
Okay.
said I'd come with you now, pub, graveyard, who cares? Come on, Eggy.
I'm sort of hustling. I'm moving at sort of
Mhm.
sort of a reasonable pace.
Yeah, you know your way through the town. Are the rest of you going?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, go on. We'll chase after him.
So you
Jackson, it's all right. Jackson.
you arrive back at your at the manor,
Rantifax Manor.
Rantifax, yes, and the graveyard beyond, and you see a couple of ravens up upon the roof.
I'm going straight to the graveyard, to the last grave on the side.
It is as you left it.
What about the other graves? What are the graves looking like?
Exactly as you left it.
We remember, Jackson, that the visions aren't always in the right order. We sometimes see into the future, we sometimes see into the past.
How deep was the coffin in the grave?
It was. I can tell you exactly. I think it was 6. I think it was 8 feet.
So it's a fair way down.
Yeah, I think it was 8. It's either 6 or 8.
I'm just gonna sort of, sort of lay down and sort of listen and sort of see if I can hear.
Oh yeah, let's have a perception then.
Oh, I just tipped over from there, so 11.
Kind of hear. You know when wind blows underneath the gap of a door?
Yeah.
That happens here a lot.
Yeah, that's the exact sound I was thinking about.
Are we gonna dig it up in case he's still? Because I didn't see him get out. I saw him like breaking a coffin thing, and the earth
You
falling.
didn't explain your vision to anybody. You just went, "I know where he is," and started going.
No, I did say I saw him crawling out of a grave.
Huh.
I saw him like sort of with the wood breaking and earth falling in on him. So He might just be down there buried. Are we digging this shit up?
Shall
I really don't want to.
can I think you said that the crow people things on the roof?
There are two. There are two ravens on the roof.
Can I call up to them?
Yeah.
Oh no. Did you see anyone a bit weird?
One of them flutters from the roof. I'm going to tell you which one it is. Hold on. I need to get that there.
Madrina, Asper, Rinnick, or Vinique?
I think it's Venick. I think that's the one I wanted to play with. Yeah, Venick comes down and forms out of his raven form.
Yeah.
It says, just trying to remember how they played. They've got character lore and everything for these guys. So he forms out of it. Where is he? I think Venick was a bit weird, didn't he?
He was a very sort of standoffish, cowardly one.
Yeah.
I think he was the one that changed into bird form quickest.
Yeah.
Yeah, and tried to fly away.
He was the one with the figurine and his little lantern. He says, no one has been around. We've watched the portal since you left a few days.
I've just had a vision of someone sort of in a grave that sort of the coffin's just broken open in.
Not here. No disturbance here.
Well, that's assuming that they can dig themselves up 8 foot worth of dirt.
Yes.
I can't hear anything because there's too much wind.
You realize when you listened, the wind was coming from inside the grave, not around you. The right ear that you pressed to the earth, that's where the wind came.
Okay, there is wind coming from inside the grave. This is not normal. Is there there was a shovel here, wasn't there?
Yeah.
Awesome. I'm going to pick up a shovel. And then I'm going to trigger Giant's Bite and grow big and have a big shovel.
There is a Jax, then there is a giant and a normal size shovel, then there's a Jax and a giant size shovel, and you begin to dig.
And I will start excavating JCB style.
Yeah. You start to dig, and you uncover. As you dig, you notice make a perception check. Or a cereal, you'd probably catch it first.
Mm-hmm.
Without a perception check, you notice that the mists start coming around as you dig and start uncovering this grave.
I don't want to go to the bad place, Shadowfell.
Neither do I.
Let's not dig the grave then, eh?
Well,
look all the fog coming out. This is a bad thing. We do not want to go down there.
It gathers from every element around you, from around the wisps of the house and every bit where there might be a little bit gathering. It starts pulling and almost drawing the moisture out of the ground and billowing about your legs, and then sorts of starts gathering round the edge of where Jax begins to dig and pooling in it, like it wants to. All this fog wants to kind of go down this almost like plug hole.
I'm looking at Jax going, I don't want to be here anymore, and I'm proper freaked out by being here, and I go to leave to go back towards the town. Is anybody coming with me?
How far have I got on my digging?
You're about halfway. You're kind of up to your waist in this fog.
I'm guessing that's taken a minute, so I will shrink back down at that point.
Yeah.
Can I then have another look now there's less earth?
Yes.
Another listen even?
Yeah. Go for that perception roll for me. Actively deceiving.
14.
There is no movement. You cannot see any hands or fingers or anything within this space. You don't hear movement. You just hear that slightly louder now. This sound.
Are you sure it's wind?
Well, you listen, see what you think it is.
Right, can I have a listen?
Go for it. You can have a perception.
Cheryl's still standing away from the group. Not
Cereal,
happy about this.
wait, they may need us.
Charlie's sort of in between, like going, I don't know where to go.
$17.
You hear wind, and just in the background you hear dong, dong, dong,
Like a
dong
church bell.
inside.
That's not normal for a grave.
You did share with everybody.
That's what I was saying.
Now that is a bit weird.
No, I think this is very weird.
Yeah. Is there any more shovels around?
Yeah, you can probably find one. Yeah, quite simply. Remember, you have uncovered this before.
Yeah, it was the
No, we
portal.
didn't. It was uncovered and we buried it back in.
The portal.
Yeah.
So that's what we're hearing.
Well, we didn't see anything. It was just a grave. There wasn't any wind or whooshing or whatever. Yeah, there's this weird foggy stuff, but it doesn't seem to do anything.
I don't like this.
Is,
I do not like this. I do
is
not want
there anything magical about the fog?
It's like a portal to the Shadowfell. What we can hear is
I'll check
going
on
on
the
in the
fog.
Shadowfell.
Well, you have a listen and tell us what's going on in that grave then.
I can tell you what's going on in that grave. It's a Shadowfell.
They're 20 do.
What was this for? Sorry.
The
So,
fog.
like, Can you-
Arcana. Yeah. So you realise that you've heard of from Serial's reading A Place of Mist and Death, that you think the fog might be being drawn towards the Shadowfell.
Right. So is there anything dangerous or anything magical about the fog? Apart from it wanting to go to the Shadowfell?
No, it's just fog. It's benign. It's
Okay.
it's an element being drawn by magic.
Okay.
Like you could have water in a pond that was moving in a way, but the magic was controlling it. It in itself is not of magic.
Yeah.
It's just being controlled or moved.
So the more that we dig, the more of this portal we're going to expose.
well, it was when we had it open last time. It was just a grave, wasn't it?
No, there was a coffin.
Yeah, but there wasn't any sort of big swirly things or anything like that.
No. But none of you really took the time to perceive much. You just looked at it. You just stood there looking at it. You're actively putting your ears in. You're actively listening now. It would not probably be a passive experience.
Would you like me to do a perception? Because I can do one and I've got plastic.
If you come closer, you might be able to.
Because you've backed right off.
I'm going to come and listen in a stealthily way. But if I hear something I don't like, I'm going to run the fuck out of there.
Yeah. Give us a perception. Oh,
26.
Lovely. Yeah. Yeah. So you hear wind blowing. You hear a bell tolling, and that seems far beyond. But you also hear scratching.
Does that seem closer?
Yeah, that seems like it's beneath the soil.
Like,
Sounds like
Right.
nails on wood.
Almost like someone's buried alive.
I relate to the group that I think there's somebody buried in the coffin.
Well, I was using your magic Orby thing and was thinking about the prince, and I saw hands and things. So like, I'm guessing that's his, and I'm guessing he's tried to come back and he's buried.
So
I just grab
undig
the
him.
shovel and I carry on digging, but like the opposite end of the bit that
Yeah.
where Jack's is,
yeah,
so it's like we can get it done
I'm-
quicker.
I'm quite happy to blow another grove big and start shoveling big amounts.
Well, there's the two.
Okay,
of
so you
them.
carry on digging. I stand out the way of the digging, but I'm staying closer by now.
As we get closer, what I am going to do is take out my glaive and like stab it into the dirt so it's kind of ready, just in case this isn't the prince.
Yeah. Okay. You dig in, and then dunk, dunk, dunk. Your shovel start hitting coffin.
Okay, I get down.
Yeah.
Start moving the dirt out and put my ear against the coffin.
Is that been a second minute by any chance?
For the two of you, you've got probably about 30 seconds.
Okay.
Charlie, you get down. You hear the scratching very loudly.
Okay. I'm gonna knock on the coffin with like one of my claws.
Knock, knock, knock. Back.
Okay, I'm just gonna like growl, like roar slightly. Don't ask me to actually roar. Please.
Then you hear more scratching.
I'm going to switch to a glaive. Do you want to come out and I can try and open it from here? Is it a sort of a lever up, or do I have to sort of, is it nailed all the way down, or?
It's quite old, the coffin now. It is well made on the top. You believe it's partly sealed, possibly on one side, but there is a hinge.
Okay. Before I get out, I literally like I put my ear to the coffin and I just say name.
No reply.
Don't open it. Oh, is it? Oh, don't you dare be telling me it's that weird daughter that's like, nah. All right, open it. I just want to say.
Yeah, I'm going to try and like sort of flick it open with the end of the glaive as I'm standing above the top of the grave.
Do you not have a what are they called?
Crowbar? Yes, I do have a crowbar.
Yeah.
Glaive is a 10-foot long weapon that's currently bigger than that, so I can open it at a distance.
Yeah, so
Yeah, do that.
you're standing over the grave, are you?
I'm going to be standing above the grave, and I'm going to, yeah, it's got a 10-foot reach, so.
Yeah, I've clambered out. I'm like, on the other side of the grave, like opposite Jack. So it's like I can, as he's opening it, I might be able to like peer in it a bit.
Okay.
Or attack anything that comes out of it that isn't meant to be coming out of there. I'm like readying myself.
Okay, everyone roll for initiative.
I knew it.
Well, there's a surprise.
Oh. Yeah.
12.
10.
Yeah.
I got 10.
10.
12.
What's your dex?
Well, whose?
Jack's.
Is 13.
Okay, and you in total?
19.
19.
Yes, queen.
And dear Serial.
12. You had a bad feeling about this.
Oh God, Charlie.
You might want to hit some lights as well, Lou.
Yeah. I'll get some light on. Follow?
Charlie.
It looks like I've had a really nice manicure done from a distance.
We haven't hit stuff for a while.
I know. It's gonna be fun.
Oh, Charlie. I'm very disappointed.
I know
Okay.
we've only been playing for an hour, but can we have a quick break because I suddenly really need to wee.
Yeah, before
Sorry.
we go into the combat, let's have a wee. All right.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Right. Cool.
So describe. We're back in. Welcome back to the Fragments, everyone. So there.
My hyping I'm sorry.
Describe to me how you're opening this coffin.
So, like, literally, he's standing above the grave, like 1 foot on either side.
Yeah, yeah.
Got the pole arm down and basically using the pointy bit to sort of hook it.
Wrench it up and over. Yeah. So as you pull it open.
Yeah.
19 was Serial.
I'm listening.
No, 19 was me.
19 was you. Sorry, that's kills. Kills. Yeah. You open it up and it's kind of weird because you're above it, but Serial, you see it first. You see it first.
Yeah, I've readied myself
A hand like bounces out, just a hand. Two hands leap out, and then something moves beneath the coffin and starts pushing the coffin open. It's it is flesh.
Does it look like normal flesh or is it a bit withered?
It's not withered.
It's normal flesh.
It is writhing flesh.
Okay.
Is the flesh attached to the hands or the hands separate?
Just some hands have jumped out first
Okay.
that are disembodied.
Okay.
Right.
I am gonna use.
Kind of lot of leaping out towards your face kills.
Okay. I'm gonna use Eldritch Blast.
Okay, you Eldritch blasting.
Yeah.
And you got so you're targeting. There's two of them.
So, are we talking like two things from Adam's family?
Yes.
Like, literally just a hand at the.
Yeah, literally hand at the wrist. Bounce out of the grave.
Okay. So yeah. Wait. Yeah.
We're talking this.
Yeah.
Okay. So, even if it's the prince's, he ain't got a use for him anymore.
Oh, he's very, very dexterous. He can play two keyboards at once.
If it's the prince's and he can do that, I've got no use for him.
He is like the D&D Rick Wakeman. He can play two.
Yeah, no, if it is the prince and he can do that, then he is dying and like we're just gonna bury this.
Let's
coffin.
have an attack roll then against one of these hands with the Eldritch
Oh
Blast.
my gosh. 8.
8. No!
Surprisingly.
Two blasts.
2 blasts though.
Oh yeah.
So
True that. 11.
No!
Why am I not surprised?
Brilliant.
Okay. One claw leaps for Charlie, and one leaps for Jax. So I kind of want 2 D12s really, a D12, D20s even to
You
represent.
can roll d12s for attack rolls. I have no.
Just I can only get 12s if I'm lucky. Right, so another D20.
Wait, you've got 2 sets. Oh no, you
No, I haven't.
I'm worried by your elbows going. You're like,
Look, don't worry about it.
Look, don't worry about it.
Where my elbows are, you let me worry about that.
No, I'm worried about where
Right,
you're
so Pink's is Kills and Green's is Jack's.
That's very hawkish.
It's just that was the second dice got out of the bag, but yeah, it is very awkward. So we're talking a what we're talking not very good. An 8 an 8 for you.
Great.
Is that 8? No, I mean against your AC.
Oh no, no.
And then a 11 for Jax. No,
That was just two.
no trouble. So yeah, that's them. And Jax, it is now your turn as a claw kind of leaps at you. It's kind of on your chest, and the same with you, Charles. Charles, you're not Charles. You're Gillian. Hello.
Have I switched?
Welcome to the Fragments, everybody.
I'm gonna freak Killian the fuck out because I'm gonna try and like sort of carefully stab. Are we at the end of a sort of probably a 15-foot pole? That's on you.
You better have good aim.
Okay, so you're going to try and turn around because Kills is kind of behind you.
No, if
He's stood like this over the grave.
yeah, and I'm opposite.
Oh,
Yeah,
you're opposite.
okay.
Okay, I
That's
get
what
it.
I said,
Yeah,
I'm
okay.
opposite.
Okay, you're going to try and stab the one.
How about
Okay, so I imagined you were kind of looking over the shoulder. Sorry.
I know. Well, because I'm big at the moment, so I've like a foot and Kills is
Yeah,
at the head.
yeah,
of it,
yeah.
I'm assuming.
I get it. I get the situation now.
Okay. Shall we give this a go? Any kind of advantage for flanking?
You're not really flanking because it's past his reach of arms. It's on him. To be flanked, you'd have to be at weapons point.
Still threatening.
And he is a weapons point if I use my daggers.
No advantage.
Okay, so I got an 11 with the first attack.
No.
I got a 13 with the second attack.
Yes, Jax, that's there.
Oh, hang on, I can roll that one again. Guess it wasn't very good, and I can roll one of them. Oh, okay, so I got 6 plus 5. 11 damage to the hand on Kills' chest.
It's like like where you got those kind of spike litter pickers when you pick it up bits of paper.
That's what I was aiming for.
It's literally that against your chest. Kills, he just goes, and it's on the end of the thing, and it rises for a moment and then stills, but it's still stuck on the end of your pole arm.
Yeah, okay, I'm going to action surge because why not? So my first action, I would like to and I'm guessing it's a sort of a grapple or a shove or something because I basically want to grab the other one on me and like basically throw it on the floor,
Yeah, a strength versus then, okay?
Yeah.
Cool. So you're gonna get it because I rolled a 2 with a maximum of 3 with my plus. Yeah. Can you beat a 3 and then you've got the claw off of you?
I got 18, so that's the first of my 2 attacks.
Yeah, you kind of throw it away where you push it.
Basically, it's just going to go onto the floor, like forward and to the left a bit, because then I'm going to basically try and litter pick the second one with my second attack.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go.
16.
Yeah.
For 13 damage.
Yeah, litter picked. Twitches for a bit and then like comes to still, but they're still like you kind of got through the bit here on one of them and here on one of them, and they're quite they're stuck on the end of this.
Does that take us out of initiative or
no?
Oh, okay.
The flesh moves in the bottom of the chest, the grave.
Yeah, that'll be me done then, because I don't really have a bonus action because I'm already big.
Cereal, you just see two hands, something fly out, and Jack starts stabbing wildly at the earth around the grave, and then has two hands on the end of the thing, and with your passive, you hear something creaking in the bottom of the grave hole, grave shaft.
Sounds like an album.
I sort of I peer in towards the grave.
Okay. As you do so, you move up a bit. You peer in. There is something pushing open the coffin. It is flashy. It is yeah, it is like not
Is it a
amorph.
zombie? Is it an undead?
It is an amorphous, but it is pretty grim looking. Doesn't look natural.
So it could be from the Shadowfell.
You tell me.
I think my natural worry about it being the portal to the Shadowfell. I think the thing that's in the coffin is from the Shadowfell. Can I do a perception to confirm that?
That would probably be your action if you.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Did it. You are in initiative, remember.
Oh yeah. In that case, I'm just gonna blast this shit out of it.
In that case, I'm gonna kill it.
Good choice.
I'm gonna do primal savagery.
You're gonna jump down in the grave with it
and start clawing at it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I'm done with this shit. Really?
So the one that was like, we should get out of here, this is a portal to the Shadowfell, is jumping into the grave, which is the portal to the Shadowfell.
I'm not. Oh, yeah, maybe.
We don't know how this shit works. If there's a cereal disappears, I'm not sure Jax is going to go.
All right, I'll get my nice knife and I'll stab it with my ice knife then.
With your spell. Okay, ice knife, and then you got Charles, and you might get walloped, but let's see.
I'm ice knifing 15 to hit.
15 is a hit, yes. Please roll some damage and mark off your spell.
8.
And then who's in 5 foot of it?
Yeah.
Me?
Yeah.
I've done that from 60. I've done that from several ways. I haven't jumped in the grave.
You can't. You would have been standing over the grave. Just the angle of this.
Yeah, but
so,
you're standing over it and shooting down.
Yeah. So it's going to be all of you, basically. I think you're going to be.
Isn't it like sort of? You said it was 8 to 10 foot deep.
Oh yeah. So it'd be out of the range. It's only 5 foot reach, I think, on the explode, isn't it? Yeah. So it explodes. Shards of ice stick into the side of the mud. And there is
weapons with reach.
Yeah. Is it everything you would like to do in your turn, Serial?
I'm gonna step back rather than stay there.
Yeah. Okay. As you step back, still prone, still stood across the thing, out of the grave pushes this mound of flesh that is kind of mangled together, bits of body parts stitched out of all kinds of different colors of flesh, and just odd bits. There's like thumbs sticking out of the forearm, and like it's not put together properly. It climbs out of the. Do you know that thumbs on the forearm?
No. That sounds horrible, Pete.
Yeah. Oh, and
I'm dreading.
what was the damage that was it cold damage for that?
Oh, sorry. I will look. I think it's in. Just bear with me. I will tell you.
Almost definitely for ice knife, I would assume.
Piercing damage.
Piercing was that?
I thought that would have been cold damage.
The target and each creature within 5 foot of it must succeed a dexterity saving throw or take 2d6 cold damage. On a hit, target takes 1d10 of piercing damage. So the target, which was the
Take
bit
the
of flesh,
piercing, and everyone else would have taken ice.
yeah. But it's further down, so nobody got stacked by it.
Okay. Yeah. It's okay. Cool. Yeah. Yeah. Go. So it pulls itself up. The first protagonist it sees is
It'd be me standing above it.
well, it's going to be you or kills. So highs or lows?
That would be odd.
Odd. Evens for you. Doing the D100. A massive rolly D100.
Just don't drop on your foot.
So it sees Jax first. And kind of
Jax's job.
jumps up and it's going to make an attack roll on you. So that is appalling again with this dice. I think this dice is cursed.
Keep using that one then.
It's terrible. So that's 14.
Misses.
Oh my god, and it misses again. No, nothing. Okay, so yeah, and then it's Charlie's go. So Charlie will see this thing crawl up and try and take a couple of swings at Jax and say, "That's my Eggy. This is what I was worried about. Let's see if we can help Jax, shall we? Come on." And he will what is Charlie gonna do? Charlie is gonna do.
He's only got one hand, remember? He's keeping a hold of Eggy.
No, he's got his battle papoose.
Got a little papoosey thing for Eggy.
Oh, yeah.
It's
battle for peace. I love that.
Battle for peace. I love the fact that Charles is now mummy.
No one's actually found out if Charles is male or female.
He did say when he was talking to Jax, and he was saying, "I don't know what this is or how this has happened, but it shouldn't have. But I'm gonna sort of take over."
It shouldn't have happened. Yeah, he did say it shouldn't.
The amount of times that I've seen Charlie naked, surely.
It's all feathers. Feathers top to tail.
Yeah, and it'll be a cloaca anyway, won't it?
Right, Charlie is going to, as an action, he is going to what is he going to do? Sorry, I've not prepared anything. He's going to cast Shield as a bonus action. He's going to cast Shield of Faith on Killian. No, on Jax.
I thought Shield of Faith was self only.
Is it only self? Is it? Oh, okay. Then he's going to cast something else on you.
Bless would be good.
Bless. He can give you guidance.
No, Shield of Faith is 60 foot. I thought it was a self one, but no. So yes, you can cast Shield of Faith on someone.
Yeah. Where is it? Where have I got it? Oh no! Wait a minute. It might be his one that is only can cast on himself. Sorry. No, Shield of Faith buff.
Yeah.
There we go. So he's going to cast Shield of Faith at level 1 on you, Jax. So you now get
+2 armor class.
+2 AC. Yeah. And that's his bonus action.
You're gonna need it. With rolls like that.
On his action, he's going to cast. He can't do 2 casts. He's not a dual caster, so he can't. What would it?
Cantrip.
Yeah, he can cast a cantrip, can't he? He's going to cast guidance on Killian because they're up close.
Both concentration.
Bad bugger, yeah. Okay, he's not. He's going to cast Sacred Flame, then. We're just going to Sacred Flame this thing. Or should we Toll the Dead? Toll the Dead seems appropriate. It looks pretty dead, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Let's Toll the Dead. So, Wisdom 14. And the thing has got a... Can't imagine that's very high. Nope. Didn't make it. So, Charlie does...
Bean, you look like you've got ice hair and flame hair.
Max
Like
damage on it. 2 8s on my 2d8s for Charlie.
Nice. So it's not very dexterous or whatever it is.
Wisdom.
It's not very smart.
Have we seen a head?
Yeah, it's kind of there's bits of it that are supposed to be a head.
Is there a head like coming out of the shoulder rather than a neck?
Uh,
Like, or out of the stomach, like one of those things from Alien where it's like that, I can imagine. Like a face hugger, but out the stomach.
no, there's just like bits. There's like thumbs here. There's like claws. There's like on one of its cheeks. There's a load of fingernails.
And it's got like a foot for an ear.
Yeah. So we are through initiative. It is back up to Killian Norn. It's your go.
So it's this bodied thing.
It's fleshy, it's lumpy, it's just kind of climbed up, swung at Jax, you're behind it. You probably are flanking. So with an attack rather than a spell, you would get some advantage.
Okay.
But that's if you do not want to use your sorcerer's might.
So... Am I able to like leap from one end of the grave
Yeah.
to the other
Okay, that could be your move. Yeah.
with daggers out?
Okay, so you want to leap
You're
without
going to
getting
jump through Jax.
Huh?
You're going to jump through me because I'm standing on either side of the narrow bit.
I
Well,
think
where's
I
this
think
creature?
I think it's like the grave is like this.
Oh, yeah. So I was envisaging if that's the grave, Killian's standing there and Jax is standing like that.
Yeah, the things kind of come up between you two.
Yeah. But
Yeah,
if you're going
so
to try and jump the grave, you're going to be...
Oh, I thought you were like complete other side of the grave. Right. So
No, I'm like sort of straddling it almost.
You want to leap onto it, sort of thing.
Yeah, with both daggers.
It is a large creature, so yeah, go for it. Go for 2 weapon fighting then. So yeah, I'd like an acrobatics or an athletics, depending on which you want to do to get onto it without falling into the bottom of the grave.
And dropping through into the Shadowfell.
Let's do an athletics, shall we?
Yeah.
Because my athletics is a +6. My acrobatics is +0.
Okay.
So, I've got 16.
Yeah. You leap, daggers out. Shoo.
And then one dagger. 23.
You.
And that is that 5.
Okay.
Because it's that +3.
Yeah.
And then my other dagger. Oh no, 10.
That one doesn't hit, but the first dagger that goes in comes out. It didn't even feel it. There is no reaction from.
Right. Okay.
Did my spell work?
Your spell had some effect on it, yeah.
So the piercing damage from the knife.
But it's the difference is Serial's came from a magical source and yours didn't.
I can turn it into a hex weapon. What?
Yeah, you have to ask Matt about that. He'll know. How do you make a weapon a hex weapon, Matt?
It's an hour-long ritual, I think.
Is it just a hex
Um,
blade thing?
It's a hex blade thing, yeah, I think so.
Oh, so then it would have become magical.
Hex warrior, proficient, blah blah blah. You choose your charisma modifier for the attack and damage rolls. I don't think you've actually got hex weapons yet, because I think that's one of your when you start picking your sorceress stuff.
Well, I've got it as a hex warrior.
Is it there as an action you can do?
No, Hexblade's curse is a thing.
Action.
Yeah.
Well, attack. Actions in combat. Hex warrior.
Whenever you gain provision of remedial on whenever you finish a long rest, you can touch one weapon that you're proficient with, and that's a two-handed property. With that weapon, you can use your charisma modifier for the attack and damage rolls
Yeah.
until you finish your.
So so that'll just be your that's a hex. So
Okay.
yours gonna make no difference at the moment because your charisma and your strength modifier are the same.
Okay, so
Yeah.
we say the one that you stabbed with was a hex one. Then
No, it's fine.
no, we can say you did it before you.
But it's not. It doesn't make it magical. It just means it just uses the charisma as
Oh,
the
okay. Doesn't make
active.
it a magical
Yeah.
source. Okay.
There is a packed weapon which comes later, which has other properties.
Okay, it's still non-magical then. It doesn't say that in the description though.
Yeah, it doesn't say it becomes magical or anything. It just means that you
Yeah.
can use the charisma
Yeah.
modifier for the attack
Okay.
and damage.
All right. Lovely job. So yeah, second stab. No, first stab goes in. You're kind of on it. Second stab, nothing. You're on its back. Jax, you see Killian leap. You see this very zero.
I'm gonna sort of try and stab into it as deeply as possible, and then pull a sort of glaive out somewhere out of its sort of belly button area.
Okay. Yeah.
Stab down like rowing a boat, but with a
Okay.
blade. With the Killian riding it, does that count as flanking?
I think so. Yeah.
Does 15 hit?
Yes.
So 9 plus 11 slashing damage.
You slice in. The belly comes apart, and then it stitches itself back up.
Well, I'm one trick pony, so I've not got anything else to do. So I'm guessing a 10 doesn't hit for the second attack.
Nope.
So the bonus action. Oh, I'm an idiot.
Fire rune.
Yes. That was what I have just thought of. Yes, but I that's after hit, and I've already rolled the next attack. So
Okay.
yeah, I won't trigger a fire rune this time round. Yeah, that'll be me done then.
Okay, cool. Jax, the thing is up in your grill, although it has this one on its back, so it's going to a portion of the flesh kind of turns back on itself, and one. Oh no, it's multi-attack, so it means I have to attack the same target, doesn't it? Or can you split a multi-attack?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just means you've got 2 attacks.
Yeah. Jack's natural 20 on you, I'm afraid.
I didn't roll a natural 20.
Huh?
I didn't roll a natural 20.
No, I just did, I'm afraid. So he double dice 3. And a 10, 13, 18.
18 damage. Okay.
And kills. 18. Girls.
What the heck?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And 5 10 damage.
Okay.
It is
Cereal.
cereal, yeah.
I am going to use. It's still in the grave.
It's kind of rising
Standing
out
up.
of the grave, like sort of merging out, almost standing across it.
Um, I'm going to use ice knives again.
Yeah. Okay. You got your compadres right in there though this time.
Mm,
You know about the exploding ice that comes from that
exploding,
thing.
yeah. But yeah, the same problem with Thunder Wave, that gets them as well.
Yeah, that does.
I can use the flaming arrows and shoot those from my bow and arrow.
They
Them
are.
ones.
Yeah, so you basically would enchant your arrows this round, and next round you can shoot them with the bow and arrow.
Yeah.
And they do extra damage.
Yeah. And they are
Yeah,
magical.
I've got two. I can cast a spell and fire arcana.
No.
Not with that. You have to enchant your arrows first.
So
You
you
have to spend
casting the spell takes your whole action.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, I'm going to cast a spell for my flaming arrows then.
Okay, cool. All right. So you enchant your arrows.
I'm just going to double check it's not a bonus action. I don't know. I haven't got the spell. I haven't got any spells. Your punter's mark is a bonus action. But you wouldn't be able to flame arrows. No, that's an action. So yeah, so you could hunter's mark it and then do a cantrip like produce flame and throw some fire at it, or frostbolt it, or you can flame arrows and then shoot it next time.
Okay. Charlie doesn't like the look of this thing.
What would you flame do?
Produce flame is your cantrip. So if you
Yeah.
hex first and then you frostbite or produce flame, that you can do in one round.
So I'll do my arrow thing and then I'll produce
Right.
flames. To...
No, you can't. So they're both actions. The
Well,
hunter's mark one is the bonus action. That's the one means if you hit it with any weapons, it takes extra damage.
Yeah, but it's Hunter's Mark. It's not magical. I'm trying to use something magical.
Yeah.
So I'll just go with my original plan of using the. I've already taken it off my thing. I'll just go with my flaming arrows, please.
Okay.
Yeah. So you enchant your arrows. And what happens now? So then it's Charlie's go. So Charlie's got concentration with his shield of faith upon Jax. So he can't cast another concentration spell. So he is going to attempt to get you guys some thing on it. So he's going to cast at second level spell. He's going to cast blindness on it. See if it makes it save.
Oi. Save.
Oh, no, made it. The 19.
Yay!
No, the monster made it, not
Monster
Charlie.
save, so it didn't take effect.
Oh.
Yeah. So yeah, Charlie wastes that thing. Bonus action is cool. Be nothing. You can't do nothing else because he's concentrating on that spell. Yeah. Okay. Cool. It is back round. We're up to Killian.
Okay.
You're riding a massive piece of horrid flesh.
Okay.
I am going to get down off it.
Okay, jump to the side. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm thinking you're pretty easy to get down. You're not going to have to do anything to get to the side.
Okay. Right. And then I'm going to do fireball.
Yeah, go on, get some firebolt. Tell me. 19 plus
No,
1.
a 1.
Oh. You missed it.
I did miss it.
Okay. Okay, so roll for me a.
D100. Please flag that to all the D100.
I don't know if it's a D100. Let's see if it is. Yeah, it's a D100.
Yes.
Oh dear.
Sorry about that.
What are you? This is going to be your first natural 100.
No, never. The one and only time.
$41.
Yeah, 41.
Okay, so 41. Okay, the spell goes completely wrong as you aim it, and instead of fire, you somehow have, when you were sensing the fog around you, that's got mixed into your arcane
I didn't
mix.
blast it with fog.
So you've now cast the fog spell on the area where you were aiming at the creature. So fog is like, so I think you see everyone disadvantaged that's in it. It's something like 20-foot radius sphere of fog centered at a point within range. The sphere spreads around corners and is heavily obscured, lasts for the duration or until a strong wind. So a huge load of fog is around you.
What's up?
Well, does anyone know the gust of wind cantrip?
Sorry, guys.
No.
Yeah, so,
Oh, but I have got to spell magic.
Can I do my bonus action?
you do have a bonus section.
Can
I
I?
know you cast that is that a cantrip or a spell?
No, that is a.
So the cantrip was the firebolt.
Cantrip with your fireball. Yeah, you got your bonus action.
Can I do Hexblade's Curse?
What
So
is that?
once per short turn, once per short rest. As a bonus action, choose one creature you can see within 30 feet to curse it for 1 minute or until the target dies, you die, or you are incapacitated.
Can you see it?
Yeah.
You can't see it
It's right in front of me. How can I not see it?
Because it's foggy and it's
because you just made a big
basically
cloud of fog
That's
appear
right,
around it.
okay.
it's like you were blinded, basically.
Yeah.
Great.
So everybody,
guys.
it gets this, you get this, everybody's got this. There's a circle of fog around this creature. So this great plume of kind of comes out. It is Jackson's go. Jackson, your go.
So mine's just going to be normal attacks then, isn't it?
Because you would have advantage.
For the flanking.
Yeah.
So
No, Killian's got off now, so it's
Oh, okay. Well,
disadvantage.
I can step to the side because doesn't that put us on both
So
sides?
Yeah,
I-
yeah, it would.
Wait. I would have had advantage because I was stood right behind it. and
Not
it
on
was
a
facing-
range.
You don't get. Technically, you'd have had disadvantage, and the flanking would have evened it out to a flat roll. I've got a 24 on a flat roll.
On the critter.
Yes.
Yeah, that is there.
For 17, oh sorry, not 17, 15 points of slashing damage, and I might trigger the fire rune this time.
Okay. Yeah. And does that make your attacks magical?
Almost definitely not. It just sets it on fire and entraps it. So it's 6 points of fire damage. So
6
fire
of-
rune. While wearing or carrying an object, in addition, you hit a creature using a weapon, you can invoke the rune, summon fiery shackles. The target takes an extra 2d6 fire damage and must succeed in a strength saving throw DC 14 or be restrained for 1 minute.
Okay, so you do that fire damage.
Yep, so
Depends
6
on-
points of fire damage, and it needs to make a DC 14 strength save.
DC 14 strength save. Let's see what it does. It rolled appallingly for a 9.
So it is now in sort of wrapped in burning shackles, and it will take a further 2d6 points of damage at the start of its turn, and at the end of its turns, it can make another saving throw.
Okay, so it is the start of its turn.
No, it's not, because I've got a second attack.
Oh, you got your second attack. Okay, yeah, go for it. Sorry.
And it misses horribly. And as a bonus action, we will fire off a second wind and heal D10 plus 5. So I heal a whopping 6 points of damage.
Fantastic.
And that will be me done.
Okay, beginning of its turn.
It will take some fire damage.
Give me that fire damage.
That's slightly better, 9 points of fire damage. Do you want to roll a saving throw now while you're thinking about it, just for it's the end of its turn?
Yeah. Hold on. I'm gonna just do. Yeah. What's the save?
Strength 14.
Yeah, they go makes it.
So it's going to end at the end of its turn, but until that point, it's restrained. So it has a movement of 0. Attack rolls are made at advantage, and its rolls are at disadvantage, and it automatically has disadvantage on Dex saving throws.
Yeah, so it's rolling at dis in the fog anyway. It's just swinging wildly in this fog. It's going to try and lump one on somebody. So
It can't see us either.
yeah,
No.
that's it. So it's got disadvantage. Your rolls for Killian. It swings for first, where it saw the thing come from 6. 14 against your AC.
Yeah, it hurts. Only just.
Okay, and then it's 2d10. 7, 11 plus 5, 16.
Yeah, if anybody's got healing.
2 Mrs. Jackson. Oh no, you know what? I didn't roll that at disadvantage.
Oh, okay. Go on.
Okay, so that would be my 2. I miss. Sorry. 12.
So,
Ignore all that.
oh, okay. So,
So heal you 16 points back.
Yeah. 16 on you, Jax,
Misses.
because you got your little
Armor of
bonus
faith.
from,
Shield of faith.
from little Charlie as well, pushing up that armor class for you. Okay, yeah, that's its go. It can't do anything. Sarah Gladranel, there's a huge plume of smoke You are also
yeah, it's going to be a horrible disadvantage. This, but yeah, go for it. Well, it's current. Oh no, it's the fire's just ended round it, so it's not even wreathed in flame.
no, the flame dissipates. Serial Gladronel, there is a you are
So I can't. So we've still got fog.
yeah.
It's at a disadvantage.
It's a disadvantage attack roll, yeah.
Everybody, because you can't see it can't see you. So it's rolling at disadvantage. You guys are rolling at disadvantage. This is just like throwing punches in fog.
So am I? So is it worth me firing a flaming longbow arrow at the fog?
Are you good with a longbow?
You what?
Are you good with a longbow? Well,
Yeah.
be honest, yeah, go for it.
I'm proficient, so fuck it, I'm doing it.
Yeah, you roll at disadvantage. So 2 rolls, take the lower.
$17.
Oh yeah! Sarah Gladronel's elven senses seek out the flesh in the fog and give me that roll.
And 8 damage.
8 piercing, but then you got to roll your d6 for your fire damage.
Or a d6
Oh,
for your
yeah.
fire damage.
So
Oh, I don't know.
8, and then
Yeah, but it's split because it's probably not taking the full 8, if any, from that.
no, it is because I hit it.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It's probably it means it's probably immune to or resistant to the damage of normal stuff. So it's probably taken half of the 8 and then the 3 for the fire.
3 for the fire is 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is resistant to stuff, which means that it isn't taking it. Well, it's resistant to fire. I'll just tell you, it's resistant to fire, which means it's taking half of
Right.
whatever you're dealing out on fire.
So it's got 1.5.
It is taking no damage from non-magical weapons.
So
Slashing.
1.5, yeah.
So you round down, so you took 1 point of fire damage basically out of that attack.
Yeah.
Oh, that was worth it.
It's horrid.
Basically, I can't do anything at it. Nothing of mine will work.
My go.
It is
Charlie.
Charlie
Spells.
Irwin's go.
It's the way you looked at me. That's what I was like.
No. It's Charlie Irwin's go. Charles.
Didn't mean to do that. Ignore those.
Now, how would you play this?
You can't see it if you can't see it.
But what if it's a touch spell and Charles just runs into the fog where he knows it is?
Then that would be an attack roll. Yeah. It just depends because a lot of spells say a target you can see. If it's a touch attack, are you thinking inflict wounds?
Yeah.
On a melee attack against a creature you can reach.
Yeah. So it's touch 5. Oh yeah. So you've got to make an attack roll against it. But if you're touching it, yeah. So just attack roll with disadvantage, isn't it?
Yeah.
For inflict wounds. Okay. What do you think?
You're probably better doing a gust of wind and getting rid of the fog.
Yeah, I don't think it's got. Has he still got gust of
Not
wind?
gust of wind. It's second level spell.
Yeah. Okay. We'll get rid of it.
I haven't got gust of wind.
No, Charlie has.
Charlie's full of hot air.
Yeah. Charlie sees the fog. It's annoying everybody, including the golem. And you're all going to have to make strength saving throws as Charlie casts his spell. So the creature makes his saving throw and holds the ground.
I got 24.
Yeah.
21.
Yeah. Serial Gladronel, please make a strength saving throw. First page.
Roll
No, I
the
can't. I so bloody dice are going weird, doing weird shit.
D- you rolled a D8. Outside, you got 7 out of 8, which is pretty good.
Yeah.
I got 14.
I think it was 14 you had to get.
Yes, yes, it is.
Yeah, 14. So yeah, you all, everyone holds their ground, but the cloud is dispersed.
But I lose my bonus
That's
armor class.
crazy.
Yeah. The fog dissipates around it, and it's revealed in its full monstrous form. This stitched together mass of flesh and pus and goo leaking, and like I said, all bits of body. So at the end of that round, because it's getting late, I think we might have to pause the combat and come back to it for next week, because this is going to be a long old combat.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think we'll hold there, and we'll come back to this fight next week. We're just back at Killian.
Yeah.
Cool. Up here. And that's where we're going to come in next week. Okay, guys. Thank you.